we've been on this all day. First, the minister saying opportunity will be given for the retraining of airline officials, airport officials. I think that is in order. Anytime there is a crisis of this nature, you cannot argue against, an opportunity for review, for resetting, for reflection, and then for lessons that may be learned, and for a collective consideration of what happened, what went wrong, what is the way forward, what lessons can we learn, what do we need to correct, at whatever level. So that's in order. The problem here is that the minister giving instructions to a regulatory agency like the NCAA. The NCAA, under its Enabling Act of 2018, is supposed to be an independent body. And now, whereas the minister may say he's in charge of aviation, I'm not sure that he has the powers to give express instructions to NCAA as to how you should conclude investigations or how you should go about it on a pending matter. We assume that the NCAA will have set up a body to conduct investigations, particularly into the Kwamwan case. That's the matter involving the Fuji Metro. Now, ahead of the conclusion of the investigation, the minister now says he has directed that the 6 months ban, or is it 1 month ban, pending investigations should be reduced to just 1 month, and that in fact Kwamwan should be made an ambassador to advise on protocols in airport operations, which I think is a bit, strange. It's like rewarding the musician for bad behavior. What we must say in this country is that, look, misconduct should be sanctioned. Impunity should be sanctioned. Whether you're a friend of the president or you come from the same ethnic region with the president, or you are an official entertainer of the federal government, no, all those are immaterial. Because all of us go abroad. You can't go abroad and misbehave at an airport, as one Dr. Zoe has pointed out, and you say, I have apologized, and you come up with a song to apologize. No, you end up in detention. That's why Sean Diddy Combs has been in detention since last year. He's one of the wealthiest musicians in the world. The one says, no, you have no right to engage in transportation for prostitution purposes, which is even the least of the offenses charged against it. But here in Nigeria, if you say you are famous, do you know who I am? Then they will slap you on the wrist. That is where the question is. The other thing is the Kwamtu lady, the Miss Emansi. Now we've been told she should be released from Kirikiri detention and all of that. Okay, the lifetime ban imposed on her by the Airlines Organization of Nigeria, AON. We understand, okay, that also should be reconsidered. But the other issue, which the Nigerian Bar Association is putting on the table, is that our rights have been violated. Our right to the dignity of the human person, Section 34. Our right to fair hearing, Sections 35 and 36. Our right to freedom of movement, Section 41. All our rights violated. Even our right to privacy, having been dehumanized and tortured and disgraced in public. And nobody has had our own side of the story. The only cinematographic evidence that is out there is a cinematographic evidence that does not tell us the full story.
Truth is, but why are we surprised that it transpired this way? But this is Nigeria. When we say it here, some people shout, oh, we are hypocrites and all of that, but is this not the Nigeria we know? They aided one another. In fact, the lucky party here is that Comfort, this happened to her after something like Wasiu had happened. Because if it has not happened, she will have just languished in jail for the fun of it. It's because we now posited equivalence and said, oh, the law that applied to Wasiu, why shouldn't it apply to her? That's why she was lucky. But this is Nigeria now. Is this not the Nigeria that we know that security authorities will frame people? Are we acting like we don't know what goes on in Nigeria? Is this not the Nigeria that we know that EFCC will get into someone's apartment, destroy the person's property? How many of the rights have those people claimed in the name of looking for leads? Did this even one happen to a property owned by former president of the country, Olusegun Obasanjo? Is this not the country of selective justice? In fact, the Kwamwan case was already settled because since the apology, nobody was saying anything again. It was because of the public outcry. The IGP quickly now said, oh, let's start investigating the Kwamwan case before they brought about this peace deal. I will never get to what was the investigation. And that was why I was saying that. Till today, has anybody checked what really happened with the Oshomole case? That's why when the Senate said they were going to investigate, I said, what's the Senate investigating? It's the same Senate you and I know. Have they given us a report on what happened on the Oshomole case? So why are we talking like we don't know that this is Nigeria? Let me tell you what will probably...
Investigation may be ongoing.
As regard the Oshomole case.
It may be ongoing.
By the Senate.
Yes.
They investigate their own colleague. Oh yeah, okay, don't worry. If you believe that, Dr. Abati, then you will believe anything in this country. But as regards all of this that is happening, we are not oblivious of what Nigeria has become. It's still a country for those at the top. This morning you were trying so hard to defend the EFCC. I'm also defending them. But the EFCC makes me laugh. The same EFCC that had cases that were chasing people, once they got into power, the EFCC stopped chasing them. It's not that those people have immunity till date. We know those cases. We can mention a lot of them. But we don't want to shatter the table this morning. So is it that those that have files that are very full in the EFCC, that are serving in this government, is it that the EFCC, they didn't see that file again or they forgot it? And they will wait till they finish serving. So that's the country we have built in totality. What will probably happen is they will say, comfort, you have been lucky, God has vindicated you. Just forget it. As guys, it was case, we will never set a precedent. They will also say, you know what, let's just allow it go. He's apologized. It was not government officials that were sharing Wasiu's apology in the first place. People serving in government. Were they not the one that started sharing it since Friday to air is human? It's not government official that started sharing Wasiu's apology.
Can only reduce the sentence.
Dr. Abati.
He is what is called allocutus.
Dr. Abati.
He does not translate
Dr.
into
Abati.
innocence.
Dr. Abati, in a crime of that nature committed against government, it's same government official that are coming to say to air is human, to air is human. So is that not the kind of country we live? So, see, to a large extent, we will never get to the end of this matter. That's the Nigeria I know. And it will happen again, and almost the same thing will happen again. Because till date, we don't even know in clear terms what a Wasiu's charge sheet will have looked like staying in front of a plane. So once we have seen all of that, and that's why I say culture will strategy for breakfast.
On October 1, you will be invited to entertain people
the president,
during the independence celebrations. That's when you will get your answer.
Ambassador Kwamwan. So, but today, Emma Logano see me, Emma Yonu see me, Yonu Olorun. So let's continue. Let's stop fooling ourselves that we don't know what's going on in this country.